again. Another installment of Choppin It Up. How we doing today, guys?
Chilling.
Bro.
Living it
Good.
up. Why were you late, man? Where were you at?
It was Jonathan. We'll blame him. We'll have him explain everything when he gets on. That's I was off saving lives and doing things.
If he gets on. Yeah, superhero stuff. I get you.
Exactly. There you go. Still putting on the taking off the tights.
Putting on the mate.
Not for what you think. All right. I see the whole trying to get a little
bit,
Yeah,
a little bit,
he's
like quarantine.
He's on his brolic Debo
Is that
stuff.
a collarbone?
Do you remember when KD went like this and it was like just
oh man. Yeah.
KD was the only guy in the draft.
I don't know what he was thinking.
He couldn't bench it was a certain weight, but he was the only guy
185 or something like that. 180, 185.
I can't do that either, so I can't.
Hey, but
it's crazy though. I feel like I could do that in my sleep.
185?
I mean, it's not light, but it's not heavy at all. Especially for
a professional athlete.
For a professional athlete, that's
like
baby
definitely
weight.
should.
But he's extra.
But he's
extra tall and lanky.
I mean, that's just the.
Let's get into it today, fellas. We're doing the top five.
All right.
Top 5 rap. I'm not rap albums. My bad.
Just top 5 albums. Any genre. Nothing's off limits. We try to make it as best as we can. It's a very debatable topic.
Ready.
We're gonna get.
And comment down below. Comment down below which has the best list. Which obviously will be me. But
if you don't agree with my list, then.
If you think we missed one album, let us know as well. All right.
Definitely.
Kicking it off, Mahad. He looks serious, ready to go. Number 5, Mahad. Number 5.
Little serious. Number 5, I have Transatlanticism by Death Cab for Cutie. This is coming out from left field.
By who?
I don't even know who that is.
Death Cab for Cutie. It's Death Cab for Cutie. It's a band.
Isn't that? I thought you said
they have.
Doja Cat.
No. What? Nah, but this album, I feel like it came out 2003 or something like that, maybe 2002. And it just it's like an indie rock album, and it's like alternative rock kind of, really dope. You guys probably never heard of this. Yeah, right?
I don't think I have. That one was...
this is a game changer in like the indie rock scene.
I've listened.
If I name the songs, nobody knows what it is. My favorite's on there, Title and Registration. Really dope song about like the concept basically is like he's talking about him looking through his glove compartment to pull out his registration or whatever or something or other. And then he's just going through old like pictures and trinkets and stuff and saying basically like, why the heck do people call this a glove compartment? It just has old memories that I'm trying to forget. But basically this guy, Ben Gibbard, the lyricist in the group, has some of the best bars. I said it, bars.
Right.
Because this stuff is not like, yeah, man, it's like all these double entendres and stories within stories. It's just super dope. And usually I say this about a rapper. But
What year is this?
Really
what year is this again?
I feel like it was 2003.
That was definitely the indie, the height of the indie music.
I'm like a bird.
Oh, I love that song. I don't know. That's indie?
Sorry.
What is that one song from Shrek?
Hey now.
You're an all-star.
Yeah.
Foster People. You know Foster People? That's some indie. They're indie, right?
Like they're indie, yeah. Nah, but it's a pretty dope group in general. Like I listened to their stuff since like forever. Till now they're still releasing albums. But that was a really good one. This guy, like the more depressed he gets, the better music he makes. So keep being depressed.
Usually
keep being depressed.
Usually that ends with suicide, man.
Yeah, that's why it's not really a good sign.
He actually was married. He's actually married to that girl from New Girl, Zoe
Deschanel,
Desich, whatever her name was. Yeah, something like that.
She doesn't date him anymore though. Does she? Like they got a divorce.
No, they got a divorce. Yeah, you know the guy I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, I do now.
That's that's the guy who's Yeah, man.
I had a slight crush on her back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not anymore.
Them big blue eyes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, should draw you in. Eyes are
I love the blue
dangerous.
eyes, huh?
Anyways,
the eyes are the window to the soul.
the home.
All right.
Number 5.
My number 5 is The Game documentary. Classic album, debut album, classic songs. How We Do, Hate It or Love It. We Ain't, all the songs. Like Father, Like Son, classic songs. First album, so coming out party.
Some people say that's his best album.
Yeah, it is, because he had Dr. Dre producing everything. He had 50 Cent kind of carrying him. So isn't that where the beef started? What was that one song? I forget the song name. They were like writing. Hate It or Love It.
Hate It or Love It.
I love that song.
The underdogs on top.
The beats on that song are just crazy. And yeah, that's my number 5.
Dope. That's a solid number 5, bro.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
That's a lot. That's a number 1 on a lot of people's list.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, I wonder where we're gonna go from there.
He's about to.
Go ahead, bro.
All right. My number 5 is you guys might have heard it. Lecrae, Anomaly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anomaly came out 2014.
Dope.
It's Christian rap. Christian rap, but I think it's dope. Like there's songs on there like Welcome to America. A bunch of songs on there like I can jam to it all day.
Lecrae is really dope.
He gets slept on because he's a Christian rapper, but there's some good raps on it.
You don't get a lot of as many ears listening.
Right. Lincoln.
All right. Because I just got on here, got my 4, so I'll give you my lowest out of these 4 so far. I am going with Enter the Wu-Tang Clan. And cannot listen to that. Exactly.
That's before my time.
That's 4 out of the 4 right now. It's 4 out of my 4. I'm still getting my 5th.
Wu-Tang is 4. Oh wow.
Oh, I got some stuff because we're doing any genre, right?
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
The first time,
just got my okay. Yeah.
The first time I heard Wu-Tang was actually on Dave Chappelle. I had no idea who they were before I.
Word.
Yeah, my parents didn't let me listen to rap music. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So that's the first time I heard them. I was like, damn,
36 Chambers, baby.
I visit New York. There we go. We'll get you here.
No, I'm hip now, but like the first time I saw them was when they were getting drafted by the Chinese team.
Yeah.
Classic.
These seem like people I should know. Look them up. All right.
All right. We on to number 4.
All right, back to me.
I like this.
My number 4 is this is a tough one too. I'm gonna go with Below the Heavens, another one you guys haven't heard. Not hopefully, maybe haven't heard of. Blue in Exile, Below the Heavens.
Never heard of them.
2007. I remember 2007 going on LimeWire on my PC and just downloading this because I heard like some good reviews or whatever online. I was like, oh, check this out. Downloaded it on LimeWire, waited like 2 hours, listened to it. Literally, my ears just felt different. Wow. I was like, I'm hearing different beats. I'm hearing like different flows. It felt like a breath of fresh air. Like, dang, there's more to this rap stuff than just like what I thought it was.
Open your eyes a little bit
so
more.
like, oh yeah, Blue is such a, and honestly, like for real, no disrespect, like Blue sort of, I wouldn't even say he fell off. I feel like he just tried to move far away from what he did originally with his debut album. And he just went so far to the right and then far to the left. And he just kept trying to not recreate that same album. But in doing so, I feel like his work isn't that as good as that initial album. But most people don't top their first album.
Yeah. A lot of people try they don't want to get pigeonholed into one kind of genre. So they try to like, I'm more than just rap. I'm an artist, right? Kind of thing. And sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Sometimes that's your lane. Like if you would have stuck to that. I mean, but also it's like I think it was like Jay-Z was saying like Reasonable Doubt. Unless someone has that on their list. But like how he said like that's my best album because it took me my whole life to make that album. You know what I mean?
So
all his life experiences went into that.
Yeah, no home.
All right, number 4, in my opinion, greatest rapper of all time. I know you're gonna get mad at this, but Drake. Oh. Nothing was the same. Straight bangers on that song, rapping, singing, R&B, all that. I have literally all the songs on, like R&B. That's what I meant. That's like,
okay.
That's what got
I'm glad you said that.
That's what got me hip to like a lot of Drake stuff. Tuscan Leather, Hold On, We're Going Home, Pound Cake with Jay-Z. That song is a classic.
Speaking of Toronto's finest.
Toronto, hey, shout out.
CN Tower right behind him.
Yeah. So yeah, nothing was the same. I think Drake.
It's not a conversation for this one, but I don't know about greatest rapper of all time, man.
I think so.
That was so
the longevity.
This man has been in the game since like 2007.
That's 13 years, and he's still on top.
Compared to some of these guys have been in 20 plus.
Yeah. You can say Jay-Z.
You
say a lot of people, man. But I'm not hating on Drake. He is very, he's definitely going down as one of the greatest of all time. You can see that. It's
you just don't know.
I think we're gonna save this for the greatest rappers. You put them on there, then I'm gonna talk. But like right now, we're talking about albums, and this is your preference, so we're gonna leave it alone.
All right, nothing was the same. 4.
All right, my 4 is actually a double album, and I think this guy gets slept on as well. Big Crit. Forever is a mighty long time.
Oh.
Yeah. It was a double album, bro. Songs on there like it was Bury Me in Gold. Like it goes from like bangers to just vibing. I don't know. That's kind of like that's the kind of music I want to listen to. Like you have a different type of flow through the whole song and tells a story.
That is true.
But
the artist that can tell a story, it just makes it so much more captivating.
Yeah.
That's
true. Bro, I'm sorry I cut you off, but like it's actually funny you said Big Crit because Big Crit had this interview on like Hot 97 or something, and they're asking him what are like artists that he really loves and listens to, and he was like, oh, something that people don't think I listen to, Death Cab for Cutie.
Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah, man, he's pretty good, and because he has that Southern slang. People don't listen like.
I like him though. Yeah, I'm a big Crit fan.
His response to Kendrick Lamar's Control, where he's like, "I'm not doing the same beat as you. I'm gonna go off my own beat," and he did that Mount Olympus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think that was cool.
Yeah, that was a tough track.
I don't know if I'm giving it number 4 of all time.
It's a personal all time.
It's personal.
Yeah,
like if I made a real all time list. If I made a real all-time list, I don't think I had these 2 on there that I already named.
I think for me, like 4 and 5 are like there could have been a lot of albums that could have been 4 or 5. My top 3 is a solid top 3. It's like LeBron and MJ debate, and then you can add other people into it. But anyways, another conversation for another day. Lincoln number 4.
Link.
My number 4. Honestly, might be the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. That's right. Taking it there.
Mahal looks like he took one from him.
Oh, did I? Yeah.
He does, but I had it higher.
That's right.
Miseducation, so
Lauren
dope.
Yo, she did it all, man. Did it all.
So dope.
It's tough she gave up music. I always wanted her to come back.
I heard her daughter is singing. I heard she's alright, but she's no Lauryn Hill.
Man. Yo, y'all ever see Lauryn Hill when she was on that talent show, whatever, when she was
the Apollo. Yeah. Talent show.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah.
Talent show. This guy. Watch your mouth, young man.
It's like a Star Search thing, and then like crowd was just booing her, and she just like she killed it.
Kept going through the.
He kept going.
Why? Oh, they booing her.
Have you heard of the Apollo? It is tough. It was like the roughest crowd to impress. And she was a kid, like he said, and just as soon as she started getting into it, and I don't even know if she like slipped up, but they just got tired of it or whatever like that, and everyone started booing like hardcore. They didn't care she was a little kid, and she just kept on sticking with it through the whole thing, and ended up getting like a standing ovation.
Mahad. Number 3. Hopefully it wasn't Miseducation.
No. Number 3 is Lupe Fiasco's Food and Liquor.
Tough.
Wow.
Lupe Fiasco's Food and Liquor came out 2006, a year before that last album I just mentioned. And that was a big game changer for me too, because I was like, I felt like I heard Lupe on Touch the Sky with Kanye. Yeah. But I might have known him a little bit before, but then I listened to Food and Liquor. I went back to the mixtape, so I was just like, damn, bars on bars on bars, and all this like the wordplay, just like how he was just flowing, everything. It just made too much sense for me. Yeah. Like to today, he's like one of my favorite rappers. But like that was a game changer.
Lupe Fiasco.
Standout tracks from the top of my head, by the way. Standout tracks. I gotta say, "Hurt Me Soul." That was a tough one. Yeah. I mean, I feel like the bigger songs were like Kick Push.
Of course.
Yeah. But even Kick Push was like a dope story. Yeah. Like it was just
that was Lil Wayne before Lil Wayne, man. Now Lil Wayne's all on that skateboard thing.
Lil Wayne probably looked at that and was like, oh, well, Tunchi can get in this.
I actually liked his next album better. The
Cool, right?
Cool.
Bro, I was actually a toss up right now that I was thinking, because I only wanted to put one of his. The Cool was awesome. It was a concept album too, but like I'd say The Cool had a couple of really good tracks, but then it had some tracks that I could skip easily.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Food and Liquor didn't have any tracks I'd skip.
He was actually just in DC last year.
Yeah.
Performing at the Kennedy Center. I didn't know. I would have gone if I had known like it was the day before it. I think one of our friends, Eduardo, was out there.
Oh, yo, Eduardo! Like, funny you say that, bro. Eduardo, he messaged me a couple of days ago, like maybe actually a month ago, and he was like, "Yo, thank you so much for putting me on to Lupe Fiasco." We were on the bus in like in 9th grade. We were on the bus coming from after school, whatever. I was listening to like my to my iPod or whatever. And he sits next to me like, "Oh, what are you listening to?" I'm like, "Lupe." He's like, "Lupe? Who is that?" And then I give him one of my earphones. And he just listens and says, "This is actually good. This is nice. This is good."
It's nice. This is good. Not bad.
Now he still remembers it to this day. That's crazy.
I gotta beat him.
Remembers it because we added each other on Instagram or whatever, followed or whatever it's called. And then he was like, "Bro, thank you for introducing me to Lupe. I've been to concerts. I've been to this and that." So
that's crazy.
And I say that to say like my span of influence is great. So just be careful.
I'm sorry. What are you talking about,
guys?
Such an influencer. Hello, anyone?
Anyone there? Nahom, number 3, man. Number 3, Nahom.
First of all, I gotta listen to all these albums you guys are talking about because I have not listened to any single one of them.
What year were you born? What year were you born?
I was born. That's not even. It's not even about the year I was born. It's just that there's so many albums.
That's
so many rappers I listen to. Like my first album.
What year were you born?
2015. Benjamin.
01. But like yeah. So there's so many albums that I listen to and like yeah. But number 3. Another New York, my first New York classic, Queens, 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. Classic. All the songs, literally all the songs are bangers. Many Men.
Many
In the club, patiently waiting, high all the time, all of them. What Up Gangsta? Like literally all of them are bangers. And yeah, even though like I was like a kid, I don't remember that era. I still know like 50 Cent, like his influence is crazy now. Yeah, G Unit.
I think what's the name was a better rapper than 50 Cent?
Who? Lloyd Banks.
Lloyd Banks.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like 50 Cent had a presence, bro. He's like crazy.
He got shot 9 times, man. You seem like a Terminator.
Honestly,
it's hard to beat that.
Have you seen his Instagram? Like, it's crazy.
Lloyd Banks just didn't have that presence.
That's true, yeah.
And 50, I mean, most of all, that dude, he's just a businessman. You can't knock that from him.
This man said, I sold water to Coca-Cola they bought it for $1 million or whatever that line was. This man,
he's being the streets, that's why.
Sold put water in a bottle, sold it to vitamin water.
Crazy, yeah. He's a businessman for sure. He's gonna be the next billionaire.
I don't know about that.
No, I think he is.
Probably, bro. I feel like he could be. He's doing all these TV shows and all. Like,
yeah, but wasn't he complaining about being broke a couple?
That was a lie. He just want to pay taxes.
That's because he's not trying to pay his little. He doesn't want to pay his clone who looks just like him.
His clone.
His son.
The beef they have is crazy.
I'm glad somebody brought it up because if this ever gets back to 50, at least it won't be me.
He said it'll be next. He said he would.
I was thinking it the entire time.
My name is Lincoln.
Yeah.
He said he would never own a son, bro. That's he's crazy. He just disowned him.
Nah, man, he look way too much like him. They're gonna be fine. You can't be mad at yourself that much.
I think he treats.
You gotta look in the mirror sometime.
What's his name? Him and Michael Blackson's are like more. They have the same issue with their kids, man.
Oh, I didn't even know Michael Blackson had issues.
Yeah.
What's going on here? The rich and famous shit.
All right.
What's Michael Blackson's problem?
I think his kid was doing drugs and things like that.
Yeah,
so
I saw that.
Yeah.
On Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
That's where the African came out, right there.
Anyway,
not my son.
My number 3
my son?
is I guess this is a mainstream one, but it has to be on somebody's list.
Britney Spears.
Nah.
Oops,
Lincoln canceled him, but I got to put Kanye up there. Graduation.
Oh.
Graduation 2007, man. Bro,
I can understand that. I can see that being up there.
There's so many tracks. I know.
Graduation over College Dropout, though.
Yeah, I gotta, because the first Kanye I heard was Graduation, and it just stuck with me. Right, the other, you're just building off.
Yeah, it hit you a certain way.
Yeah.
The first rap albums you hear from like a certain artist was typically like the top one.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't think I gotta explain it. I think it's kind of, it is what it is. But Graduation, man.
Oh yeah.
And he set up I guess that was his coming out party, right? College Dropout, I guess it was all right, but Graduations, wasn't he? That was the one he was fighting 50 with, right? He said who'd sell more albums. Going off what you just did, Get Rich or Die Trying, right?
I feel like everyone already knew like the outcome of that, though.
Yeah.
I couldn't be once.
I think they knew too. They were just both trying to get their albums.
Definitely. Yeah. But yeah, that's my number 3, Graduation.
No, but like I was gonna say something about Kanye with that album. Yeah. So there's an interview way before he even dropped the College Dropout where he was like, "I'm gonna drop 3 albums or 4 albums." He said, and then I'm out the game or something like that. He's like, "I'm gonna drop College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, and Get Yourself a Job," or something like that.
That turned into like my twisted deep dark fantasy, man.
We never got get your ass a job. That's what it was called. So, I mean, the real Kanye, wherever you at, bro, come back and give us that album.
I like my dark twisted fantasy or whatever. Right, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Even Pablo was pretty good too.
Yeah.
Bro, I'll tell you honestly, 808s came out before that. I hated 808s when I first heard it. It was so bad, but like some songs caught on to me a little bit. Hated it. It was so bad. I remember how much I hated it. Like, there's some Lil Wayne songs that I really hated too. But like, as time goes on, some stuff just grows on you, so you never know.
Lincoln's not having it.
Let that one.
All right.
Roll right past. All right, my number 3 right now, I have Fugees. School.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
You just pick a song, man. I'm good.
That's kind of cheating though. You already have Lauryn Hill.
The Fugees is nah, brother. Hold up, we got a group here. A whole nother album.
We got a group.
That's true.
Yo, you know, Akon's originally supposed to be on the Fugees.
Yeah, but he got sent to jail. He got sent to jail, right? And he couldn't. It didn't work out.
Music.
It was good.
So now he's just making. Now he just makes songs with 6ix9ine. So
I'm excited for that song though. That song sounds really good.
He's done too much good, man. Building a whole.
Yeah.
In
He's
Africa.
not canceled. 6ix9ine is canceled. Fucking rat.
That's the New York and Lincoln.
I don't like it. One thing.
It's just nasty, and it's nasty how, like, you know, it was crazy. I saw this video of Alpo, just like driving around on a motorcycle or whatever in Harlem. Just like, yo, it's a great time to be a snitch in 2020.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I see that.
Yeah, such a good time to be a snitch, bro. Like, it doesn't even matter.
All right, Jonathan, who's your number 5?
Number five. You know, for number 5, I'm gonna have to go for Drake album. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the album Take Care changed the. Are y'all laughing?
Classic.
No, he can't stop. He can't stop moving.
Wait, me?
No. Yeah.
Yeah. He agrees. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go with Take Care. I think that changed the sound of music for the 2010s. So that's my 5th option. So my 4th one is gonna be. It's a tough one. Well, I'm gonna have to go with Bad by Michael Jackson. Interesting pick. Yeah.
Hey, nice.
That's my favorite Michael Jackson album. Actually,
number 4 though. That's kind of. It's kind of low for that.
You said this is personal, right?
That's true. That's true.
I had some judgment in some of this shit you have been talking tonight.
I mean, personally, I don't think he has. Personally, I'm not sure if he has the order.
Yeah, I'm kind of winging it, but
no, and why Bad?
Bad. I think personally, Bad is my favorite Michael Jackson album. I think it's his best his best album. You know what I'm saying? I have my favorite songs on there, so I'm gonna go with that. You know what I'm saying? 3rd pick, I'm gonna have to go with a Kanye album. For me, it's gonna be College Dropout. That's my 3rd pick. You know what I'm saying?
You. I just did Graduation as my 3rd.
Really?
Yeah. So
good choice. It's a good choice. We got 2 Kanye's.
Yeah. Lincoln
is fuming. Lincoln's fuming.
No, I mean, it's definitely credible. It's just Mr. Old Kanye, man. I don't know what the fuck happened.
All right. So now we at number 2. Mahad, get us going at number 2. Who's number 2 on your list?
Oh, that's where I have Miseducation and Lauryn Hill.
Bro, we be thinking alike, bro.
Lincoln already had that. Are we thinking alike? Where's your list?
No, I was actually thinking that was like in my top. Yeah.
I love
Miseducation. I can listen. That's another one I can listen to over and over and over again without ever getting tired. And it doesn't get repetitive. It doesn't get old. It's just classic. Like X Factor. Every single song on there is just like.
I'm surprised more people haven't sampled that album, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably an expensive sample.
True. But they got money. Man.
It's the labels. The labels don't want to play.
Yeah, keep it fresh.
That John, if you feeling the type of way, like you throw on some Lauryn Hill, yep.
Absolutely.
That's like the new Billie Holiday.
Unpopular opinion. I like Drake's sample better than the actual song.
Wait, what song?
It's a very unpopular.
Wow, yeah.
Wrong
that's
opinion,
just.
actually.
I mean,
wait, what song was it?
It's what's it called song?
The popular song.
The one about females.
A Nice for What?
Yeah.
That.
I like that song better than the X Factor, because X Factor is all about like I broke up with a guy or whatever.
I mean, it can go both ways type shit.
Yeah.
Depending on how you're feeling. Yeah. All right. Right here, number 2.
Yeah, number 2.
Number 2.
I gotta go with another Drizzy Drake, More Life. That album, it's pretty underrated because people don't say it's his best album, but I think it's his best album because like it's just straight. It's not like it doesn't have any Billboard hits, but his rapping on the album was very, very good. Like a bunch of songs,
a little more
like
raw with it.
Yeah, exactly. What are some songs? Portland, Get It Together.
Wasn't that the album he was doing his like Jamaican vibe thing on?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Cultural Appropriation.
It didn't sell as much. I don't know why, but I think it's pretty good. So yeah, More Life.
I respect it. More Life though, out of any Drake album, I don't know. I feel like that was more like a playlist, you know what I'm saying? Like according to him at least.
Yeah, that's what he said, but like that's why I probably didn't get as much sales, but I have all the songs on my playlist, like straight hits.
Yeah.
And he was going at Kanye and some of those songs too.
Yeah, you're right.
You got 2 Drake in your top 5, huh?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, he's the GOAT.
All right.
That's another discussion.
My number 2, if Lincoln's allowed to have Lauryn Hill and the Fugees, I'm gonna have Kanye with the Graduation and him and Jay-Z, Watch the Throne. Watch the Throne was to me one of the toughest albums. I waited so long for that joint to come down.
That was one of my honorable mentions actually. Yeah, very nice.
Niggas in Paris.
Classic.
What's that? The one
that
with
whole album.
Frank Ocean, Otis.
Otis. I was gonna say that.
I watched that music video, man. It makes me get so hyped all the time.
Yeah, it was fun.
They have a Z's. These Z's in that video too.
Right. If you watch the Niggas to Paris, or bleep this, whatever, but that album, that music video where they're like in Paris and getting hyped. Like if you have like whatever that thing that makes you go crazy if you see like too many colors, it'll make you go crazy. But it's so hyped.
Make you have a seizure.
Yeah, where it make you have a seizure. Yeah. But that I don't know, man. Those 2 music videos, Otis, Niggas in Paris, No Church in the Wild, or
that shit was fire. That was fire.
Those songs got me hip because like I was like young at the time, so those songs got me hip to Kanye and Jay. Now like the old like stuff like. But
what was that? That was like senior year for me, 2010, I think, 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my number 2.
It's weird hearing him say that he was just so young then. He was just like, he wasn't even a teenager yet. You were a kid.
No. I mean, I was in the rap.
Yeah.
He's a whole child.
Classic.
My numero dos, Nas Illmatic.
Oh, tough.
Yeah, I mean, just
That's
everything,
good.
man. Everybody knows that, he definitely won that battle, but Jay-Z won the war overall. But can't be touched.
Ether?
Think so?
Yeah.
Ether when I
don't think Ether is that good, to be honest.
What?
I think Jay-Z had a better this song. Nas, this song was more like shock value. Jay-Z Takeover and Super Ugly. Have you heard Super Ugly?
Yeah.
That song is disrespectful. He said I skeeted on your baby seat, left condoms in your Jeep. Oh my gosh. Disrespectful.
To me, the 2 toughest diss tracks were Ether when he comes in with fuck Jay-Z. And then Tupac when he says, what is that song? He's like
hit him up.
Yeah, he's like,
first off,
first
little bitch and the click you claim.
Yeah.
West Side.
Yeah, those 2 were the toughest diss tracks. The rest are just like.
Oh yeah, but Jay-Z had that line that like I left my condom in your baby mama's car.
Yeah, that's what he just said. Yeah, Nahom just said that. Nahom, are you frozen right now?
Yeah, he's frozen.
Oh no! See, that's what we were talking about in the last couple shows, man. You never know. He just gets.
It's like it's my player style.
Oh damn, he froze. He's like, nah, I'm cool.
Can't hear?
I can't hear y'all. It's just my headphones.
I can hear y'all talking shit.
But no. Going back to Lincoln, you're right. That's a pretty. It's probably one of his best albums
Ever.
If not his. If it's
okay. Damn, man.
It's on you, Jonathan.
It was hard for me not to put that on my list.
Yeah.
I thought about that for a little bit.
Same.
Like, it's just so.
This
classic.
list is like your personal favorite.
10 songs.
Like,
like,
personal favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a personal
favorite,
favorite.
I know my number one definitely is on anyone.
His all-time list is gonna be kind of random, but like it's on the fly too. So I would say my second pick is "Man on the Moon," Kid Cudi. Just because I really remember the time when it came out and like just the vibes, all that shit. Like that album is like underrated when it comes to like. It's similar to Take Care, changing the sound. Like Kid Cudi really changed the game. People don't really respect that. Like personally, that's what my second favorite album. But yeah.
But there would be no Kid Cudi, I guess, with no Kanye, right?
Exactly. Or there'd be no Drake too. Same.
Yeah.
No, I mean Kid Cudi really influenced Kanye 808 Heartbreak. He was like riding on it and shit like that. Like
Yeah.
So same thing. Like Kanye gets like a protege to influence like in what was that one album?
Bruh.
Jesus.
Kanye, look, this is a
Travis
common
Scott.
denominator between
Okay.
Kanye and Drake. I don't want to say that.
What did you say?
Turn up the mic.
Too many people. There's a common denominator between Kanye and Drake. Do you guys have them on too many lists? Everyone has them on a list, Kanye or Drake. These guys just take from people.
True.
No, that's
True.
not true.
With Kanye, it's actually worse because he literally takes bars and production. Like, what does he actually do? Like back in the day,
He's like a composer, bro.
Hopefully, he was rapping. Ew. Okay, but like, let's go to let's go to Drake. Drake, I mean, he is known to have like steal like complete songs from people. Not even steal, just like have ghostwriters who write every single bar.
Yo.
I don't know how much they've done for his career. Like,
are you serious?
That's not true. That's not true.
That's true.
How do you think
Every
Drake
single
got
bar?
to
Are
where
you
he's at?
tripping?
I'm not saying every single bar.
No.
I never said that.
I didn't say that either. Jonathan, you made a straw man, bro. You're defeating a straw man, right? So what he actually did is he has reference tracks, entire tracks that are built for him to rap on. Like that's, to me, that takes you out of the GOAT argument.
But we don't know.
No,
First of all,
he wrote those songs and he wanted to
know.
hear the playback, so we had Quentin rap over it.
no, that's not true. Quinn Miller actually wrote those songs.
But some of them, they wrote together.
Some of them, not all of them. You act like he wrote the whole album.
Yeah.
Like I think Drake wrote most of the album and writes most of his stuff. But like I'm sure he does have like other writers.
Where are the other Quentin Millers? The Quentin Millers who are getting paid really well.
Drake is the only one that's been exposed.
If
That's
that's
like
the
the
case.
majority of the industry.
Hey, we're getting away from the
Why
topic.
is
We're
Quentin
getting
Miller
away
not a rap game? Where's Quentin Miller at? Where's he at?
I'm sorry, that's something for another day. But let me just tell you straight up. I seen an interview with Kanye like maybe 2 years ago or a year ago where he said they asked him, "Oh, must have been hard writing this album." He's like, "Not at all. I would tell people I want to hear this, I want to hear that. I go to sleep, wake up, and it's done."
But Dr. Dre did the same thing though.
Interview.
Dr. Dre did the same thing, like with his album.
So what? It's not
Nobody ever like
right.
All right,
Dr. Dre.
let's get back to the
Play with this dude, bro.
right.
Well, this is a fight.
Before we do our number ones, let's let's go through and rehash back their 5 through 4, and then just put out there an honorable mention.
All right.
All right, so Mahad, what is your 5 through 4?
So 5 through 4, I had Transatlanticism by Death Cab for Cutie, Blue and Exile, Below the Heavens.
Oh, I love that.
Fiasco's Food and Liquor, Lauryn Hill's Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
What's your honorable mention, man? Honorable mention that couldn't make the list.
I mean, it would have been Illmatic. Like that's one album I really wanted to. Illmatic by Nas.
And then at number 1 from Mahad, drum roll.
Number 1, Legend by Bob Marley. Legend was a compilation of a lot of different songs of his hits, basically, but If you look through the track list, Is This Love? No Woman, No Cry. Could You Be Loved? Three Little Birds. Buffalo Soldier. Get Up, Stand Up. Stir Right Up. One Love. You know all these songs. I Shot the Sheriff. Waiting in Vain. Redemption Song. Satisfy My Soul. Exodus. And Jamming. We thought the jamming was the thing of the past. So I listen to this once a week in full. It's something I probably will listen to forever. Just like Miseducation, I said, you can't get tired of it, and it's just so classic. I remember listening to this as a kid, so like it just it's my number one for those reasons.
Especially being East African, you know how he was very influenced by East Africa, and like
very true.
He had a lot of influence.
I'd be surprised sometimes, like Bob Marley made this song. I don't know. Like I'd be surprised sometimes when I find out it's a song actually made by Bob Marley. And
Bob Marley actually was a dope dude if you really think about it. Like
absolutely.
I don't know. Yeah, before his time, like real peaceful man. Like from everything that I've heard at least and seen in interviews of his. Love making music, love chilling, and like, living life.
His lineage too. All his kids making music. Was that he just that whole bloodline is
they're underrated as a family, bro. Like musically,
they are
better than the Jacksons.
Tripping.
Marleys are better than the Jacksons.
Tripping. That's disrespectful, bro.
That's not disrespectful.
The Jackson 5, you know what they did?
The immediate Jackson, even outside the Jackson 5, all those Jackson kids. Oh, come on. Come on, bro.
I don't know. I've never thought about that before, though. I might.
Okay, if you're looking at it like individually, their talent by talent, okay, maybe. But like if you look at what they did as a group,
I just said the family. I didn't say the group. I said that which family.
Yeah, that's the family is the group.
Yeah,
though.
I still can't.
Jackson, Janet Jackson.
You got
Michael Jackson.
You got two powerhouses.
The Jackson
Are you saying the Jackson 5 or the Jacksons?
Just the Jacksons.
Oh, the Jacksons? No, absolutely not. No.
The Jacksons are more talented, right?
Anyways,
Janet had one nipple slip, had the world going wild. There's too much power just right there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. One of the Marleys, something just slip out. It's just, you know, no disrespect.
But Bob Marley didn't get to go through his whole peak. He died early. Imagine.
True, but he still had a huge influence on the game. But you are right though. Like
yeah, but that also you could say like boosts him like in history, like you know the martyr effect when someone dies, like they're elevated.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the topic. Nahom, you're 5 through 2 again.
All right. First of all, my honorable mentions are I'm gonna watch some mixtapes. J. Cole, Warm Up, Friday Night Lights, and I listen to all those songs on those mixtapes.
Yeah, I'm glad he got mentioned.
And then Shoreline Mafia. I don't know if y'all hip to them. It's like West Coast rap. It's a group. Shoreline do that shit.
Say name again.
Shoreline Mafia. They're like new. They're like young rap. West Coast bangers. So my number 5, documentary, The Game, classic. Number 4 was what was it? Oh, Drake. It was Drake. Nothing Was the Same. Number 3. Get Rich or Die Trying, 50 Cent. Number 2, More Life, Drake. Number 1 is J. Cole, Born Sinner.
Oh, Born Sinner was tough, man.
I like it.
J. Cole's my favorite rapper of all time. It's just that.
He's definitely one of mine. Yeah.
That album that's probably his most popular album. It had radio hits, it had rap hits. So, yeah.
Like when it first came out, man, I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
But I think
shut up for a bit. That was nice.
Yeah, that one song at the end when he's like, yo, hold on, I'm gonna go. Is niggas doing platinum?
That's New York Times.
Niggas going platinum now.
New York Times.
Yeah.
And let me get the platinum watch.
Go watch. Damn.
Yeah.
Classic.
And then where's the other one like, bitches come and go.
Forbidden Fruit.
Go. That's a new hook.
I guess I'll do my honorable mentions. The reason I didn't put this group on there is because I couldn't pick an album. Outkast. I couldn't pick an album.
I can't.
All right, I have one honorable mention now. Thank you.
Yeah, I couldn't pick an album, so I couldn't put one over the other. You had AT-Aliens. You had, but my favorite album is Aquamina. Aquamina.
Which one was that? Was that?
That was the third one in their track list. But that's my.
It was pronounced Aquemini.
Sorry. Yeah, you got it. My bad. Yeah. But that's still my honorable mention. Outkast and their
yeah, no, such dope albums. Yeah. I completely forgot Outkast when I was making.
They came up to New York and said, "Don't forget about the South. We run this too."
Damn.
When they were doing the whole East Coast West Coast beef.
Yeah, I saw that. That was crazy.
But going back to my number 5, Lecrae, Anomaly. Number 4, Big Crit. Forever is a long time. Number 3, Kanye, Graduation. Number 2, Jay-Z and Kanye, Watch the Throne. And my number 1, I hated this album. Well, I didn't hate it. I didn't like it when it first came out. But over time, I appreciated and grew to love it. It's To Pimp a Butterfly.
Ooh.
To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah.
It's so relevant, man.
It is.
Like, whenever I hear, and Kendrick has a lot of albums, but like whenever I first hear them, they don't first hit you. Like when you hear a J. Cole, it hits you right away. But you gotta listen to Kendrick over and over and over again.
Pimp the Butterfly.
His flow is different. You really gotta dissect it. Go back and really pick it apart. But Cole is more of a storyteller, so it's easier.
Yeah, I had a hard time picking that album because I also liked Untitled. The album I had Untitled, and his first
one, Good Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid, Mad City. But the thing about Good Kid, Mad City, I hated how Drank got played in like a radio album.
Yeah. Like it's a great song though.
It's a great song, but
it helps him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's like don't do drug or don't be drinking and messing up. But everybody be drinking and messing up listening to that song. Yeah. So it was like the opposite of what he's trying to tell you to do. But anyways,
the thing about Kendrick and Cole is that they never they're so consistent. They can be so good, but like they are. I mean, like they just disappear sometimes.
I think it's because they actually take the time and effort into making a good album.
That's true.
Yeah, I think they really emphasize what album means for their career.
That's the difference between being a rapper and being an artist.
Yeah, like your boy Drake.
Artists.
Your boy Drake, he just throws out anything he can.
No, actually, it's easier for Drake because
you guys done writing my shit yet?
A lot of different material.
Well, hurry the fuck up.
Yeah,
Mahad hates Drake.
I just wanted to push a button.
No,
the reason why he has so many hits.
It's actually funny.
I do like Drake though.
But I do like him. I can't lie. I listen to him a lot. If you look at my playlist and shit, I listen to him a lot. It's just
he's got a gun to his head pointing right at him right there on the other side.
Toronto Goons gonna come after you, bro.
Most of the stuff just has an asterisk to me, but I still listen to it because it's good. If it's good, it's good. Like Michael Jackson didn't write his own stuff, cool, but like it's just different when you're a rap artist. I feel like
I think
but Drake sings also. You know what I'm saying? Drake defines both.
Bro, what's singing, man? What's singing? Let me hear Drake sing. Let me hear Drake sing live without any auto-tune or anything.
Yes.
You think so? You consider Drake a singer as well?
I'm not saying like he's artist. Whitney Houston or whatever, but like he can like sing a little bit, like
Then I'm a singer.
Can you? Yeah, exactly. Can you compare Drake to any singer? Like who sings like
he's a self-learned singer. Like he's both. He's both. Like
are we all self-learned?
He's a better rapper than he is a singer, but his singing he knows the melodies. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to play. So
he's the best singer rapper.
A wide range at all, Drake and all that.
There's better singers than him that are not putting out hits. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand melody.
Drake sounds good in the studio without these little buttons they mess around with, reverb and all this other stuff.
You have actual R&B singers that sound terrible compared to the radio.
But bringing it back, and on that same topic, I think it was one of the songs on "To Pimp a Butterfly." Kendrick says, "I did it with a ghostwriter. I thought I would never tell." Like he called himself out on his own song about using a ghostwriter.
So many rappers have them.
Yeah, I know, but he's like, I thought I would never do it, and I did it, and I'm telling you right now in my own album that I did it.
Mm-hmm.
That's I don't know, that to me is like, yeah. But anyways, To Pimp a Butterfly, number 1.
Very nice.
Who's up next?
That is. All right, going back through for my number 5, I had The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Number 3 was Enter the Woo. 4 was Enter the Woo. 3 was Fuji's The Score. Number 2, Illmatic. My honorable mention for me, Ludacris, Word of Mouth.
Luda. What you got?
Luda.
So underrated.
Did you watch him and Nelly's IG Live battle?
Oh yeah.
He crushed.
Yeah, man, it wasn't even a contest.
I like Luda better as a feature than as the solo artist. I don't know.
Yeah, because he brings so much energy into it, So like when he has, like he's good on his own, but even still, like when he makes it with other people, it's like not too. It's he's still the hype of it,
People forget he's on Baby.
Yeah.
Classic. When I was 13.
Yeah.
I had my first.
I really like the I mess with him. I mess with Luda, but like I like them a lot on that Miguel song he has with Miguel, and that recent one he put out.
Lil Wayne.
Yeah, with Lil Wayne.
Yeah, you know when he debuted that song was on that IG Live. Like,
yeah.
Oh really?
Nelly was having a hard time getting his internet connected, so it's like, while we're waiting for this, here's something I've been working on with Lil Wayne.
Wow.
True.
I mean, give me all the cornrow Ludacris.
Not the fro Ludacris?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's all right. Long hair. All right, my number 1, D'Angelo, Brown Sugar.
Oh man.
D'Angelo.
R&B, any time of the day, night, anything. Just cruising in the car.
Sugar.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
certain
know.
young lady with you.
Can you listen to? But you can't put that on anywhere, right? You can't be playing.
I can't. Who the fuck is gonna stop me?
In the gym?
Don't believe that.
You gonna be playing basketball and just like.
Yo, I was telling y'all before. I was like, yo, for some reason I play better like when we put R&B on. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like, got a little more flow with it. I don't know.
It gets your juices going.
Okay, calm it down, guys.
Pause.
Hey man, it's on you, bro.
Come on, man.
On me.
Rise of masculinity, bro. All right, for number 5, I had "Take Care" by Drake, a very influential album, which changed the 2010s and brought in the era of the sad boy rap type shit. You know what I'm saying?
2010s even sounds ugly.
Right. number 4.
I don't want to call it sad boy, but talking about romance and talking about like deep feelings within rap and like melodies, like that really changed. You know, standard genres.
Yeah,
like,
bro, they've been doing that, bro.
Calm down. They were not doing it like
rapping. They weren't
Drake, bro.
He
But we're not
hates
gonna get
Drake,
into it.
bro.
All right, number 4, we got the classic Michael Jackson Bad album. I could have went with any of the Michael Jackson albums, but I felt Bad was very underrated, and that's how I'm feeling today. I'm feeling like Michael Jackson Bad album. For the 3rd pick, I got my man Kanye West, College Dropout. All right, classic, soul samples, all that. You know what I'm saying? That was the first album for Kanye and changed the game forever. Then number 2, we got Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon. Man on the Moon. I know y'all be sleeping on that album because maybe y'all wasn't really there at that moment, but that album was really like, you know what I'm saying, influential also, you know what I'm saying? I got an honorable mention, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be Common, like Water for Chocolate. You know what I'm saying? Really good album. You know what I'm saying? That's a really good album. I liked it. It was, I had a Song for Asada. It had some really good songs on it.
I think Common gets slept on too, man.
Common gets slept on.
Young Common, yeah.
All-time
And he
great.
also could really paint a picture,
But that wasn't Common, man. That was Common Sense. He was Common Sense back then. He was just Common.
Young boy.
I thought it was just Common.
Nah, he was common sense.
Common sense. Commonsensical.
Now he's common.
All right. For number one, this is gonna be something you probably don't expect. That's how I'm feeling right now. I got Confession by Usher.
Okay.
These are my confessions.
That's when he's down that night on like a
yeah, you know what I'm saying? He had all them hits on that.
Does it burn when you piss as well? Does it burn when
Not since we used ointment. That man has just got problems on problems on problems, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, Jonathan, I love your list and all, but let me tell you something. Your list is full of so much controversy.
That is true. Touching kids,
every single one of yours is like full of controversy.
How? Michael Jackson.
How?
You enjoy the drama, huh?
Google anything on there.
He got a light skinned list.
Oh, okay, go your list. Your list is full of like perfect Samaritans. Like what?
But yeah,
you had Kanye on your list too.
I'm not saying it was bad. I just said you had a light skinned person.
Oh, I had a light skinned person.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did. Low key, I'm not gonna lie. This is how I'm feeling right now. You know what I'm saying? It could change tomorrow.
Yeah, because honestly, same thing. I've been thinking of shit like just since we've been talking. I'm like, fuck, yo, I got like a whole other 5.
But you can.
Yeah, I almost have a whole nother 5.
Yeah.
You can.
But like this is, I think I'll stick on my 5 for now. Like
this is almost on the fly. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really think it's much.
You can looking at each other's lists. You can tell like the influences on it. Like Lincoln's is full of like New York kind of things. 90s New York. Mm-hmm. Like Mahomes is full of like 2010s and on.
This shit is full of last week. And maybe month and a half.
He got the biggest ones in the 2000s, but mostly
that's true.
The newest one on my list is from 2007.
Yeah, well, yeah, Mahad has his like mid 2000s when he was first listening to rap music.
Pretty much, yeah.
Same thing for me. I wasn't allowed to listen to like music until like 2000 when I got senior year. So that's why mine's full.
Senior high school?
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn. College must have just shocked the shit out you, huh?
No. I heard the music on the bus on the way to school, but that radio.
Those 5 minutes.
But
I love that song. Who's that guy? These guys call him Fiddy. Who's this Fiddy character?
Do you spell it Fiddy?
Anyways, that's been fun. So comment, let us know who had the best list. I'm pretty sure I did.
Spell my name Lekan.
Mahad at the capital. I didn't do it.
And add the last Mahad. That just was.
Yeah. Follow us on IG. We're gonna have that list up there as well. Let us know who likes it, who has the best, who you like.
Yeah. And once you add everything up, just let me know who came in second. We already know first, but Anybody else have anything else they wanna share up here? Well, actually, the only thing I just saw that I wrote this down about a little warrant out for Trump's arrest, right?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That's too crazy.
I love it. Where's Takashi when you need him, man? Go ahead and snitch. You can read off a damn address. Go ahead and get it.
It's cool. It's very symbolic. I mean, it's definitely not gonna get like how the hell are they gonna like it.
But imagine that. Imagine saying my president has an arrest warrant from another country.
My president's got more warrants out than me.
Yeah.
Mahad, if you didn't know, I know you're out there in Canada. If you didn't know, Iran put out an arrest warrant for Iran, whatever you say it.
Nah, I saw that. I saw that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, honestly, they all should just do it. Even if nothing happens, just be like the most wanted man on
earth. It's not only their country. They also reached out to the UN and said they want something, the UN to do something as well.
That's what's up. Good.
You know, Malcolm X had like a whole plan to like take the United States
to the UN.
To the UN, to like their court system or whatever, for all the stuff that they've been doing to like minorities and Black people in general.
Yeah. I've been watching the interviews. I saw like he was talking about like taking them to UN court and like bringing them up for charges of like human like, what do you call it? For
human rights violations.
Human rights violations, yeah. He's like, it's beyond American courts at this point because the American government is on trial. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, it's beyond that because you seen these lawyers who are on like the board of ethics in whatever state or whatever.
Bro, you didn't see the video. You didn't see the video of that one lawyer, the two lawyers that were standing outside the house with one had an AK and the other had a pistol.
That's what I'm talking about. They're on the lawyers on the board of ethics or whatever. Ethics. Mm-hmm. Like this thing is done. This is done.
Yeah, the way they address protesters like that, like it was like, bro, relax. Like, what are y'all doing?
This man had an AK with people who were just walking by his house. They weren't even trying to.
He was ready to spray.
He would have missed though. He would have
crazy.
It's hard to
I don't know.
Yeah, with that.
Something like that.
Crowd.
Yeah, you could drop a football team in a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
That's why it's important to vote, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now.
There you go.
Big time.
Man, said the word. You know what time it is. Thank you all for joining us again.